So we have all been very skeptical of the day before, not because we're trying to be like cynical pricks or anything, but simply because the game doesn't look real and the developers have said some stuff that's really weird. And every time they have the opportunity to win us over with gameplay, with clear explanations of what even this game is supposed to be, anytime they have the chance to do that, they end up doing something bafflingly stupid and very, very weird that just screams like red flags, nothing but. It's extremely strange. So today, live on YouTube, actually on my live channel with the chat glitching out right now, you can see we've got a ton of people in here hanging out. Let me refresh the cache. There we go. And we're going to check this out live and see what this is about, because they just released a 40-second short and a 10-minute gameplay preview, and we're gonna see what's up, tubes. I'm quite skeptical because they have not shown off anything that's particularly convincing, but who knows, maybe maybe this is the day that it changes. Maybe this is the day that they blow us all away and we end up like totally in love with this game, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, fantastic, the developers, you've amazed me, this is incredible. I don't expect that to happen, but I would love for it to happen. So we're gonna just jump right into it. Real quick, I do want to say, if you want to hang out with us live and hang out with all of these lovely people as we stream this stuff, just look up in the search bar Luke Stevens live, and you can hang out with us while we stream this stuff. Record big videos for the main channel as well, and we've got live stream highlights, clips, pretty much anything that doesn't fit on the main channel ends up here. So if you want to go check that out, just again look up Luke Stevens live and do that. It's a great time. So we'll see you over there. But as for now, let's just jump right into it. Now, to begin, we're gonna watch this 40-second or 39-second lol short that they posted to their YouTube channel of them playing this. I haven't seen any of this stuff yet, for the record. I intentionally have avoided it over the last half hour since it dropped. So I'm gonna be reacting to it live as we chill here together. But what I will predict this is going to be is simply a video like over the shoulder, as you can kind of see the outline of. I think it's going to be a video over the shoulder of somebody playing the game so that they can prove that this is running in real time and somebody can play this game, which doesn't actually do anything to convince anybody of that, because you can just record gameplay and then hold a controller and match inputs. Like, this is not okay, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is going to be really, really good. Let's see what it is. Let's give it a fair shot. Let's see. Okay, got audio up. Okay, let's. It's literally exactly what I said. It is a guy sitting in front of a computer because they wanted to prove the game is real. This is bad. If you ever reach a point where you have to do something like this, that's the whole thing. Okay, wow. If you have to do this just to convince people your product is real, that's not good. That's not good. Like, wow. Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe let's give it, you know what? I'm gonna play devil's advocate. This is really good. This sorry, straight face. This is very serious. This is really good because they show the game running, and it seems to be working. There's not a lot of frame drops from what we can see. Sure, there doesn't seem to be like any UI, but that's, you know, they probably turned it off to make it look more cinematic, which I can appreciate. And I know what you're thinking. Maybe they just, you know, they didn't want to show you what the game is like built off. I can't do this. Okay, let's just look at the actual gameplay. let's just look at the actual gameplay. This is so weird. Also, how freaking high is his sensitivity? Like, you see, he's moving around and he's barely moving the mouse. He's playing with like, you know, 6400 DPI or something. Like, dude, chill out. Yeah, of course. Everybody in chat, real quick. Red flags. Red flags in the chat. This whole thing is a big ol' juicy, thick, girthy red flag, without a doubt. See, this was an investment. My wife tried to make fun of me for buying a red flag. This is one of the best investments I've ever made on the channel. And unfortunately, I use it a lot. Like, way more than I thought I would. But you know what? I guess we just get a lot of really sketchy games. That's just, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, tubes. Okay, let's see this actual 10-minute gameplay bit as well, though. We've got to actually see what they're going to show off. Now, to be clear, what they needed to do here is they needed to convince people that this game is not only real, but as far as I'm concerned, they need to prove that it's got structure to it, because everything they've shown so far are like little vertical slices of, okay, we go in here, we clean this house out. That's not a game. You need more than that, because this allegedly is going to have, like, you know, long-term support. This is going to have at least an intention to have updates and content patched in and expansions and things. This is supposed to be an MMO. You're supposed to play this for like hundreds and hundreds of hours. So they've got to convince us that there's even that much there, that there is content here. And, you know, bear in mind, this game was also, up until like a week ago, this was supposed to launch in just a few short weeks. So I don't know. You know, they've got a lot to prove. They've got a lot to prove. By the way, little tidbit. I just got reached out to by these guys. I don't know. I did see another YouTuber take a screenshot of this email, and it doesn't say confidential. I got an email from Fantastic, the developers of this game, asking me if I'd be interested in promoting the game in a 60-second to 3-minute spot, where I basically hype up the game and ask people to wishlist it and stuff. We're not even sure if the game is real. So they're contacting content creators to try to pay them to promote this game. So just be aware of that. You know, when you look out and you see YouTubers maybe hyping this game up, be a little suspicious of that, because this whole thing is weird. But let's see what this gameplay actually looks like. Okay, let's see it for the first time. I've never watched this. Real-time reactions. Here we go. The day before. Not inspired by the Last of Us font at all. Okay. You know what? I really don't understand why they couldn't just invite a really popular streamer. Get like Tim the Tatman to come out and play this game for 30 minutes. Do that. Like, this is more of the same. Like, this doesn't... Guys, this... I don't... Okay, well, anyway, let's just keep going. I still don't really know what you do in this game. Hopefully they can answer that. Okay, workbench. Bunch of customizations. I don't really like the UI, but that's just me. Maybe you love it. Okay. It's a gun. Confirmed. Odd music. What I think it is it's playing on like a radio in the room. So I think it's just happenstance that it's here. It's not like this is what happens when you're like, it's not like this is the music playing while you explore the world. Guys, you have 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes of gameplay, and this is what we're doing? Like, I'm pretty sure they've already shown this off, this system off. I'm so confused. Again, all of this stuff is conscious, okay? Like, they know, and they've spent weeks, allegedly, preparing this reveal. And they chose to start it with no context, no narrative context or justification for what you're doing in the mission while exploring or anything. And instead, they come out swinging with some UI and a system they've already shown off. You know, I'll give them this. It does look to be way better than Warzone 2's system, so I'll give them that. But that's not saying much. Like, the buttons work. Can you believe it? It's amazing. Okay, she's leaving now. Okay, so far we are 3 minutes, almost 3.5 minutes into this 10-minute reveal. And have they accomplished anything that they set out to do? I would say so far not. I'm not convinced that there's actually a game here. I'm not convinced that this is running like on a server between players. And I still don't know what you do. Like, I still don't know what you do in this game. Okay, they added blood effects. I think that's new. I don't remember that being like that before. Now, I guess I should clarify what I mean when I say we don't know what you even do in this game. To be clear, what you do in this game matters because, again, they're asking you to spend hundreds of hours on this. This is an MMO. So if the task to the player, like say you boot up the game, you log in, and then you load into the world. What I'm asking is, what do you do for those hundreds of hours? Are you going and collecting loot to upgrade weapons, build up better loadout? Maybe there's zones on the map that are really, really tough and you can only get in there with late game gear. Maybe that's what it is. We see them customizing weapons. Do those weapons stay with you from session to session? So as you upgrade them, you can bring them to the next area and then, you know, fight tougher enemies. They've shown this system a couple of times, this keypad thing. Are they just... Oh no, it's based on where it's worn out. The keys are worn out. So they're just trial and error swapping between number... Okay, that's really stupid. I thought like the Bethesda lockpicking mini game was stupid. That's on another level, but okay. Because it's literally guesswork. Like there's no skill involved with that. You're just... You're just pressing one of 4 buttons in random orders. You know, I don't love that. That's really, really dumb. But like here, we're running through a city. Okay. And we are looting stuff and exploring. Are we trying to take objectives? Are we trying to clear out areas so that, you know, for a narrative purpose, we can extract? Are we trying to recruit survivors like in State of Decay? Like what are we doing? Just compare this to the gameplay reveals that you've seen from like Naughty Dog or Insomniac. Even like Bethesda. As much as I joke about BGS and Todd Howard with all of his detail overflowing, his cup runneth over with detail, they still know how to show off gameplay and show off a game in a way that you immediately understand what you do, what's going to be fun about it, what's going to be engaging about it, and it makes you want to engage with it. Like this, I don't understand. I just don't get it, man. I feel like I'm missing something. Like, guys, you had 10 minutes of gameplay. We are now 2/3 of the way through, and nothing has happened.
Find a shelter or another safe place.
Okay.
All citizens are strongly urged to remain calm.
Okay.
All citizens are advised not to leave their homes.
Okay, there's a zombie there. Because from what we've seen so far, what the game seems to be is basically an open world that you load into with some guns, and then you just kind of wander around with a friend. And it seems like that's the game. That's the whole thing. And you know what? Maybe for some people, that's enough. I could see, like, in high school, I used to load into, like, Just Cause 2 and just explore the map without needing to do anything. Like, I didn't need quests. I didn't need anything else. I would just screw around. And that was enough for me. So I'm sure there's some people out there where they're watching this and this is good enough for them. They're willing to buy it. They're willing to get it just like, you know, yeah, true. It's just a sandbox. You just make your own fun. They give you this world to run around in, and that's it. But man, for me, I got stuff to do, man. Like I got stuff to do. I can't just screw around with like no objectives, no clarity, no guide. Like there's got to be something. There's got to be a game here. Because as of right now, this is just a sandbox. And we don't even know if it's a full sandbox. We don't know if this multiplayer stuff is going to work. We don't know, like, if session to session your items carry over or the crafting materials carry over. We don't know any of that stuff. And they refuse to like talk about it. It's just, oh man, it's weird. Oh geez, dude. You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in chat right now. I'm going to do a survey. We're going to do a survey now. Okay, a little poll for all of y'alls. Would you buy the game based off of this? Or based off of what has been shown? Okay, they shot more. Again, like, are we just wandering around the city? Is that really all we're doing? Is that really all we're doing? Okay, I'm gonna put this in. Okay, I'm adding it to the chat. It should show up on camera. Yep, there we go. And you guys just answer this and fill it in. as the votes come in. And that's literally the whole thing. Wow. Dude, it's so bad. They really didn't have to like do anything that crazy, but that's literally just more of what we've already seen. At this point, okay, is this like some sort of psyop? Is that what they're doing? Is this some sort of weird like 4D chess mixed with hungry hippos and checkers where they're actually trolling us to talk about the game more because they're realizing that if we just make a decent game, it won't get people that excited. But if we make a game that seems fake, then we'll get all this social media hype. Are they doing that? Or are they just totally incompetent and really, really freaking stupid? And they think that this is going to be convincing. I don't know, dude. This whole thing is freaking weird. It gives abandoned vibes? Absolutely it does. Jeez, man. Okay, I'm gonna end this poll. Let's see where we are at with the final tally. Okay, final count. 80% would not, 13% maybe, and 6% yes. Honestly, kind of higher than I expected, but I respect all of you guys for answering honestly, and I appreciate that. Overarching thoughts, here's where I'm at. My concerns with this game are, for one, we don't know if it's real, which basically just means we don't know if this game, I mean, to put it simply, we don't know if there's a game here. We don't know if there's a there. Like, as of right now, all they've shown off could have been put together with some like freemium assets through Unreal Engine, whatever that marketplace, I forget what the marketplace is called, but they have a marketplace where you can basically take free assets and just paste them in your world. You could pretty easily build something like this with a team of maybe 10, 15 people, show it off and make it look decent. However, what people wanted today was a demonstration that this game is working. Because again, this game was supposed to launch in just a few short weeks. And according to them, the only reason it didn't launch when it was supposed to, or won't be launching when it was supposed to, is because of this trademark dispute. They said we forgot to trademark the name, some other dude did, and now he's suing us, and so we've got to deal with that first, basically. Which already, I mean, like, again, what company doesn't know to trademark the thing that they're about to sell to potentially millions of people? I'm not a game dev. I'm not a millionaire. I don't run a multi-million-dollar business, and I could have told you that. You needed to do that. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. And so, like, furthermore, okay, it gets even stupider. But like, the reason that's important is because the game is allegedly good to go. It was just this one stupid thing they forgot to do that caused the game to get delayed. So the game is supposedly pretty much ready to go. And yet every time they show it off, it's like a short of some dude sitting at a PC, barely moving his hand. Hold on, let me pull that up again. Barely moving his hand as it's just, he looks like some sort of captive, like a terrorist organization has chained him up and he's chained to the seat now. Like, it's just weird, dude. It's just weird. And like, so either they're trolling us or they actually thought, yeah, that's good. This will get them. Because we couldn't possibly fake this. Like, and even if this is in fact running real time, I don't think it really matters. Because this still doesn't answer any of the questions of actual gameplay, whether or not the systems are actually working. It doesn't answer any of that. It would say that, yeah, you can run through this street in real time. Yeah, sure, that works. But it still doesn't tell us what the game is, what you're supposed to do, none of that. And that's concerning. So at this point, I'm basically at the point where I would say pretty confidently that this whole thing is, at the very least, extremely suspect. And I sure as hell would not pre-order it. I would not buy it. Even if, and like, this is one of the things with Abandoned and these other types of games that do this type of thing. Even if you want to like one day be a content creator or a streamer, don't do it sacrificing like your money to con men and con artists and people doing sketchy stuff like this. If you like want to make a big video covering this game, you don't need to buy it. You can just make a video pointing out how stupid it is, and the video will do okay. Like, one of the things with these sketchy games is sometimes people feel the need to buy the game in order to make content for the game to maybe one day, blow up with it. But that's exactly what these guys are leaning into. So don't give into that. Like, this whole thing is extremely suspicious. Don't give into it, because they're hoping that you do. As of right now, correct me in chat if I'm wrong, guys, real quick. I don't think you can actually pre-order this. My understanding is you can only wishlist it. Am I wrong? Can you pre-order it officially? Because if you can pre-order it, you should definitely cancel it yesterday. However, I think it's just wishlisting. You cannot pre-order? Okay, no pre-orders. Okay, good. So as of right now, they've not pocketed any money. Yeah, they took it off of Steam, but they put it back on like 15 minutes later or like 30 minutes later or something. Very normal, very, very normal stuff. But like this thing is funny. It's nice to laugh, and have something to meme on, but don't pre-order it even for the hate playing, because that's exactly what these guys are hoping for. With the sheer amount of attention that they're getting, they're hoping that even 50,000 people out there across the globe buy the game just to try it for like shits and giggles, basically. And then this game could actually be a success if it is in fact just totally fake and it's, they've spent like barely any money putting it together. So don't even buy it for the gags, because that's, again, what they're hoping. It's not there anymore. It's still, okay, I stand corrected. I thought that they put it back up. But no, it's still missing. Very, very normal. Not suspicious at all. But all told, guys, I think this is pretty clear. We were hoping that this would be the day that we become convinced. Because, again, like, I just need to be clear on this. I want to be excited for games, okay? I want to like stuff. I want to love it. I want to have a new obsession. I would love to have a new zombie open world MMO to lose days of gameplay time in. Don't you think I would love that? Of course I would love that. But I'm not so like obtuse that I can't see how dumb this is. And everybody else, like, we would love to love this game, but sometimes a game just sucks. Sometimes reveals just suck. Sometimes the marketing for a game just sucks. And we're going to call it out when that happens. And maybe the game launches and it ends up being amazing, but usually where there's smoke, there's fire. And right now, this thing is a billowing chimney of dark, gross, tarry smoke that's extremely stinky. Meanwhile, the people operating that chimney stack are pretending like there's no smoke at all, that everything's fine. It's like, I think there's a fire. No, it's fine. Shut up. We're good. Do you want to see a video of a guy in the building with definitely not a fire in the background? Like, the whole thing is really, really strange. So I'm going to keep an eye on this, but I don't expect this to blow us all away, other than in a negative way. So, you know what, we will just have to wait and see. I will be reaching out to Fantastic because they're reaching out to me now. I'm not going to accept money for, of course, promoting this game, but if they have like a preview build or a build that they're going to send out to influencers, then I would love to tackle it and actually play it for you guys. So I'll keep you up to date on the live stream as to whether or not I hear back from them and if something like that happens. But until then, we're here with a game that seems to be pretty fake and extremely, extremely suspicious. So not what we were hoping for today, but I mean, I guess we probably could have seen this coming because this whole thing has been very, very, very weird. But thank you everybody for hanging out with me in chat. Of course, all of these lovely people are hanging out with us. We had just about 1,000 people live in chat with us while we film this video. So if you want to be one of those people hanging out with us when we film videos and just hang out, we stream multiple times a week, usually Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Today we're streaming on Thursday as well to talk about this. So if you want to join us, just search Luke Stevens Live up in the YouTube search bar or in the links in the description or the chat, and you can join us there. We'd love to see you. It'd be awesome. But until I see you then, much love, and we will see you in the next one. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.